Alright, good morning guys, this is Salty and you're watching Salty Rides. How are you all doing? Like I said in the last video, today is the start of the epic ride. I am starting off from Raipur. Currently I'm in Raipur. I'm starting off. I have 820 kilometers to cover today. Let's see, I don't know if I'll be able to cover all 820 kilometers. I'm gonna try my best. The maximum that I have done before is 700 change, which is from Hyderabad to Mumbai. I have done that in one go, but I don't know if I'll be able to do this 820 kilometers in one go. Let's see, I don't know. And it is 9:20 a.m. approximately. If you're thinking, oh, what the hell, why are you leaving at 9:20 a.m.? What are you, stupid or something? I don't like leaving, at really early odd hours in the morning. It kind of sucks because one, if you're leaving like at some stupid ass time in the morning, let's say at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock, you can't sleep properly. Like you have to wake up at 3:30, 4, get ready, load your motorcycle, pack everything, and it's a hassle. I mean, you have to wake up really early. Even if you want to leave at 5, you have to wake up at 3 o'clock. You need at least 2 hours to get everything in order. The other thing is, if you wake up at 3 o'clock, you won't take the greatest shit of your life, right? I mean, your shit cycle is kind of disturbed. Usually, if you wake up, let's say at 6:30, 7, 8, 8:30, whatever, your body knows that it is time to shit. You want to take you take a very satisfying dump when it's the right time. But then when it's not the right time, when it's like an odd time, then you're not taking the greatest dump. Turning right onto National Highway 53. So yeah, I mean, if you leave at those odd times, 3 o'clock, 3:30, I don't think you're taking the best dump that you can take. So there's still, your stomach has not emptied properly. Later in the day, you're going to stop. Oh no, now I've got to stop and take a dump. And whenever you stop, it's going to be at least half an hour. So you don't just stop to take a dump. You'll then have a tea or whatever, coffee, and then you're gonna miss the rhythm. Like once you're on the road, you should be on the road. You shouldn't be stopping for stupid shit. Stop for water for 5 minutes. Stop for a quick tea break for 10 minutes. That is okay. But then taking a dump, that'll take time and that'll waste time on the road. So I have taken the most satisfying dump of the day, and I am off. So the second reason is you won't sleep properly, right? I mean, I know I am giving more preference to taking a dump than to sleeping properly, but then it's a fact. You won't sleep properly, and then you're like, oh fuck, all tired and shit. Just by the time you have started the ride, by the time it's 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you're like way too tired and you want to end the ride too early. And like you might have maybe covered another 150, 200 kilometers if you were rested properly. Now you have to cut the trip short just because you have not slept properly. And the third thing is, you basically can't say goodbye to your family and stuff. You're gonna ruin even their sleep in case they are going to stay awake and come send you off. That's another stupid thing, right? I mean, if you're like staying at home, your mom has to cook something for you at like ungodly hour, because they don't want to let you leave the home without having anything before. And especially when you're going on a long ride, moms will be like, you can't go out without empty on an empty stomach. खाली पेट घर से नहीं निकलते बेटा, is what they're going to say. And then if you don't have anything, you're like, oh no, nahi mom, मुझे जाने दो, मुझे जाना है, and all that stuff, and she'll get upset, which is kind of a bummer. So I thought today was going to be a boring highway ride, but then Google always, takes me to these type of obscure, beautiful roads. I am 160 kilometers from Ranchi, and yeah, I mean, look at this road, man. I mean, the trees on either side. It's such a boon on such hot days. Although the road is not very good, as in terms of its what the do you call it? Like the quality of the road construction is not very good. I just saw a very beautiful river back there on the bridge. I'll put up the photo over here. My camera setup was not on when I crossed the bridge, and I usually do not spend too much time in isolated areas. I stopped at one of the villages and put all the camera stuff on, changed the batteries, connected the Insta360 and everything to the charger and stuff. Yep, man, this is why riding a bike in India never disappoints. I mean, it doesn't matter where you're going, it doesn't matter what the weather is like, you always find something beautiful.
Told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby, have a taste.
Welcome back, guys. So I'm about 125 kilometers from Ranchi. That is where I'm going to stop today. While I was riding through these beautiful roads, I was thinking to myself, and I thought I'd share some some of my thoughts with you. Now, basically, if you follow the motor vlogging, social media and stuff, you might have heard about an incident that occurred with a Spanish couple. The Instagram handle of that person was Fernanda something, and she was in Jharkhand, and she was with her husband. They were riding through India, having fun and stuff, but then a very bad incident occurred with them. They were camping out somewhere near Dumka or Dumki, and which was in Jharkhand, and that's why I kind of got this thought. They were camping out somewhere, and some 7 guys just came into their tent, and the gang R-worded Fernanda, and they pretty badly beat up her husband, which was a very horrific incident. I mean, those guys who did this are animals. They are not fit to live in human society. They are savages is what they are. Nobody should, have to go through something like this, especially when they are from another country in India. It was a very sad incident. I mean, I felt really bad for the lady. Shit like this should not happen. But then, this is totally a hot take, and I think a lot of people will disagree with me on my opinion about this. Like I said, it was a horrible incident, and I condemn it from the core. I hope the guys who did it get the harshest of harsh punishments, and I hope they don't see, all they see for the rest of their lives is a jail cell, is what I hope. But then, let's analyze this particular incident a little bit from a more practical kind of a perspective. I just wanted to look at it with the lens of someone who is a bit more how do you put it delicately, who's a bit more practical and a bit more aware of what kind of dangers lurk around in many parts of India. I'm not going to say that this stuff happens only in parts of North India. Even South India is not very doesn't have kind of a clean shit when it comes to things like this. In any part of the country, or for that matter any part of the world, people target women, and it's the worst thing that can happen to a woman is for her to get violated against her will. I don't know. I don't know how much I can emphasize on the fact that this stuff is savagery, is what it is. It is not something somebody has to ever go through. The reason why I'm harping on about this is, the part of country which they were in, it's Jharkhand, for heaven's sake. I mean, it was a part of Bihar. Now, I'm not gonna, just smear a state because it has a bad reputation, but then it is a fact. It's not known to be one of the safest states in India. It's not known for that. A few years back, my parents were traveling from Hyderabad to Haridwar, and they were going to go through Jharkhand, and they were traveling in a car. And even in that scenario, I had told them not to travel during the night, as in don't drive during the night. Make sure that by 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening, find a place to stay. When they were coming back from Haridwar, they came via Bodh Gaya. From there, they headed on towards Bhubaneswar to Puri Jagannath. And even in that drive, a lot of people who they met on the way told them not to drive during the night in parts of Jharkhand. Now, that is a known fact. Indians will always be wary of this, when they are driving. For example, this road, I wouldn't be caught on this road post 8 p.m. I'm really not sure. You can never be sure who is kind of canvassing you, who is trying to figure out where you're going. That is why you should never tell anyone, any random stranger that you meet while you're riding your bike, where exactly you're going. Just give them vague answers, and make sure that if you're riding alone, then just tell them, oh, I'm going to meet my friend in so-and-so place. It is just like 100 kilometers. My friend stays there. My friend stays here. So you should always, say that there is backup waiting for you wherever you're going. You should never give them the exact spot that you're going to. Like, if you're going to, let's say in my case, I'm going to Ranchi right now. A lot of people ask me where I'm going. I kept, saying, "Abhi to ja rahe, I'm going to Bokaro, or I'm going to this thing." I didn't say that. Ranchi. I just said, I've come out on a ride. I'm going this way. Initially, before I reached Sambalpur, I was telling everyone I'm going to Kolkata. And I was telling people I'm going to some random place, I don't know, just a random village on the way. I told someone I'm going to Purnia, some stupid shit. But then, never tell anybody where exactly you're going. Never tell them that you are all alone and stuff. It is very dangerous. You never know who is, noticing, oh, you have a camera strapped onto your helmet, you have this thing, you have an expensive motorcycle. They will think, oh, this guy must be a loaded party, so it's nice target to kind of loot. And mostly people want to, genuinely want to ask you, are you having fun? But then you never know who is going to be that one culprit who's going to, ruin your trip. So just be as vague as possible. Don't interact with random strangers for too much time. Don't tell them exactly where you're going, how you're going, etc. Just be as vague as possible. Now, another thing that you need to make sure is, especially when you're like traveling alone, and in the case of Fernanda, I'm not sure how prepared they were for such a scenario, right? So, it's not like a secret that India is not safe for women. Although US is even more, unsafe for women. But then India is not really known for being a very safe place for women to be traveling, without having, and especially, staying in a tent in a random field somewhere. Not safe. I'm not sure who they spoke to on their way to that place. They might have stopped for tea, for snacks, for lunch. They might have spoken to somebody. They might have told someone something, and it's very, very, unlikely for somebody to just chance upon you in the middle of the night that way. And it was not middle of the night. I think it was 9:30 or something like that. It's very unlikely for somebody to just chance upon you when you go to a random spot and pitch a tent. Most probably they must have heard you speaking to someone. You must have told them where you're going, and you might have told them that, we are planning on going to this. If we are not reaching there, then we will just stay somewhere random, pitch a tent. They might have heard you, and they might have started planning from that point itself. Now the other possibility is that they were just trying to find a place to go and do drugs or just drink and spend the night, and they just chanced upon you. But the likelihood of that is very low. I feel that somebody just canvassed the couple and they decided that they're going to do this. There must be one of those 7 people might have overheard them, and then he just called his friends, hey, this couple is traveling, and they might be camped out somewhere, and let's go loot them. That's what they must have planned. I don't know. I've not seen the details. I've not seen what the police have found out, but it's my hunch. I don't know. I might be wrong.
Hello guys, editor Salty over here. So on 18th April, Vicente and Fernanda have put out a video explaining in excruciating detail what they went through. There are a few articles also on the matter. Some of my assumptions were right when I was expressing my thoughts in this video. These guys, they met Fernanda and Vicente before the actual incident. In the evening, the couple met these criminals, and they thought that, okay, this is a good spot for camping. But then there's a lot of crowd here. Let us, go have some food and come back. Maybe these people would have cleared out by then. Another wrong assumption that I was making, or wrong kind of thought process that I had, was these guys, they wanted to steal things, but then their main motive was not to rob. It makes it even more horrific to actually even think about it. All 8 of them have been arrested by the police. They were arrested, like 3 of them were arrested on the next day itself, and the remaining 7-8 were arrested in about a week or so. So kudos to the police for acting swiftly and putting these, I don't know, I have so many like adjectives coming in mind, but then putting these animals behind the bar. Not the bar, the bars. not behind the bar. I mean, they didn't make them a bartender. They put them in the jail. If you want to watch the video that the couple has put out, I will link it in the description. It is a very painful watch. Yeah. So they are continuing their journey, which I think is very brave, and I wish them all the best in their journey. Alright, so let's get back to the video.
So, and the third thing, like I was saying, like how prepared are you for such a scenario, right? So right now I am riding solo. Since I was, I knew that I'm going through these roads, as in I didn't know exactly that I'll be coming on this road, but then I knew I'm going to, travel alone on very not so safe kind of areas. So I have prepared myself to the max. I've made sure that the bike will not have any problem in the middle of the road somewhere. I've checked all the cables and shit when I'd given it for servicing a month back. So don't do it like just before you start riding, because people might miss it. You might not ride it that much, and you just go on a big ride immediately after the servicing. So get it serviced a little beforehand, so that when you ride the bike after the servicing, you will get to know in case there is any problem with it. Now, second thing is, in this trip, for the first time, I am carrying a can of mace, which is pepper spray, and I'm going to use that as the last resort. First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I'm getting away from the situation. I'm always going to be mobile. Even when I stop to drink water and whatnot, I make sure that the side lock is not on. The bike is not parked somewhere too far away from where I am. Oh, that's a very nice little temple. So I make sure the bike is not parked too far away from where I am. I make sure that in case something goes down, I can quickly go and mount and get out of Dodge. So these are all the small things that I try to ensure when I am going out on my rides. I am not known to be the most careful person. I am a very careless person, but when it comes to these things, it is more of instinct than how careful you are. So, well, that's a nice race. I think the red turban guy is going to win. So yeah, and I'm carrying a mace, right? So, and it's I've made sure that it is easily accessible to me. People won't, as in I can deploy it within a few seconds. And once I've used it, what am I going to do? I'm not going to hang around and wait for the guy's friends to come out or whatever. I'm going to get out of Dodge, and I'm going to, run. Yeah, it's like, how prepared was this couple for that scenario? Were they carrying any kind of self-defense equipment? Did they have like a pepper spray, or did they have anything like a survival knife or something? I don't know. Because I don't know what kind of network did they have in the place that they had camped at, where would they have been able to call anyone? so many variables over there, and I think, you know, whoever is traveling solo or like a couple, or even if it's a group of riders, they need to make sure that you know, they don't ride beyond 8 p.m. 8 p.m. is the maximum time they should be riding up to, and then you know, just find a place to stay, like a place which has walls and doors, not a tent. So yeah, I mean India is not it's not you know, accustomed to the bush culture. So it is a hot take. I think a lot of people will disagree with me that people should be prepared for such scenarios, but then I think it makes sense. I mean, makes more sense than not. Ideal scenario would have been that, you know, that type of shit would never happen, but we don't live in a fair world. We live in a unjust, cruel, and a bitch of a world. So yeah, that's my hot take for today. If you agree, if you disagree, put it in the comments. And like I said before, I mean, what happened was the worst. I mean, I hope those guys never see daylight again. You know, I hope they're like in a fucking dungeon somewhere, and I hope they die over there. This is a beautiful country, man. This is a beautiful country, and fucking stupid, fucking sucking pieces of shit like those people ruin its reputation. Things got a little heavy over there, huh? Yeah, these things do tend to get heavy. So there was a cow. I mean, the guy was like smiling at me. There was a cow. The sun is about to set. It is close to 5:30, 5:22 to be precise. The sun is setting on the left behind me. I'm gonna enjoy this ride now. See you in a bit, guys. Welcome back, guys. I'm done for today's riding. I found a quaint little hotel room on the outer ring road in Ranchi, Bengaluru. Please take notes. Come take a look at Ranchi's outer ring road. I mean, you should be sorry. You should be sorry about your dumbass ring road, Bengaluru. Anyway, so shout out to the Tuk Tuk restaurant on the outer ring road in Ranchi. The dudes over there were really cool. They were awesome. Really good service. And as soon as I told them I'm headed to Devgarh, I'm gonna go to the Baba Bajanath Mandir, they were like, you know, here's 2 water bottles on me. So they were really nice guys over there, so shout out to them. And if you're on the route, or if you're in Ranchi, do check them out. They have decent food, very good people, very good service. Have fun. So that's it for this video. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe if you're new, and hit all the buttons that are there. You know, press the bell notification thing. And until the next one, stay safe, ride safe,
Peace out.